back to training?
Yeah, absolutely. We've had a few come back into trainings now. It's been really exciting for the group, obviously. Very cool to see them celebrate each other and their ability to come back into the environment. So, yeah, just really happy for her. She's worked so hard, as have several of the players, to get back into the team environment. So, just very pleased and excited for her to be in the session today.
And then just a thought on Seattle this weekend. What kind of challenge do they pose? Another road game?
Yeah, absolutely. We go on the road now for 2 games. So we'll go Seattle and we'll stay on the road, go straight to Utah. So we'll be on the road for about 8 days. So big trip coming up. Yeah, I mean, look, we're excited for obviously another opportunity to continue the push that we've been in. Seattle's a very respectable side, playing a pretty similar shape, having different somewhat tendencies throughout each match. So just identifying what we believe they will present against us. And kind of what our solves are as a group. But yeah, I think we've showcased again the techniques that I've spoken about earlier in media opportunities in regards to away games and kind of those adjustments that we've made. And we feel confident going on the road. So just really excited for this weekend. Obviously, last week walked away with no points and the frustration of that. And I've had some good conversation this week. Opportunity to recap that game and kind of identify things that we believe will be present in this next match. Is another opportunity for us to continue to compete.
Yeah, being on the road presents, for such a long time presents a challenge. But you got a little bit of practice doing that for Women's Cup. Does that something like that help?
Yeah, for sure. And just in general, kind of the preparations that we've done. And what we've been able to do as a staff to get information to the players as soon as possible in regards to even a circadian rhythm type of change, when we should snack, when we should try and eat meals, how quickly to get on West Coast time. These types of pieces become big factors, and I think we've shown kind of early on what type of factors they've played into our away performances. So just continuing on that trend and providing as much information as possible to the players ahead of it so that they can start to focus on what their routines may look like on the road has been a big emphasis for us this year. And I think obviously something like that and an opportunity to be on the road. Obviously it's different. It's a different setup. It's a different room. It's not your usual bed. These types of things are always present in these types of trips. But I think we've got a good culture, both on and off the pitch, that I've spoken a lot about and very openly about this year. And so when you've got a good group on the road, it makes things better.
And form on the road has been good.
Yes.
Encouraging.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I think some of those changes and some of those discussions that we've had with the group has helped from a performance standpoint for them to just be a little bit more conscious about what it may look like. I mean, we've gone all the way to speaking about altitude and what Utah would look like and what that means for us and what things maybe we need to look at in regards to our schedule and what sleep and eat and hydration may look like for that. So we're just trying to get ahead of things as much as possible to give them the opportunity to be considerate of those things, but also ultimately focus on each game. So yeah, I think we feel like we're in a good spot.
With players returning, they're probably now starting to have some selection.
Yes.
Which is a good problem to
Yes.
have. Is that kind of win your place back, or is it a match-by-match thing? How does that work?
Yeah, no, I think, look, competition's always great. Competition's always present. And I think we've heard openly us all speak about kind of the identity we've flourished in this year and have really honed in. So it's just people taking advantage of their opportunities that present themselves and doing the best that they can for the team within those.
Racing's had, I've asked Gilly and Kayla this, I want to get your take on
Yeah.
it. Racing's had the lowest average possession in the league this year, not saying that that's a bad thing, but Seattle's had the second lowest.
Yes.
And in the previous game, I think it was the only game this season that Racing actually won the possession battle against them. But is this going to be a game of just kicking the ball back and forth to the other team? Or is there a strategy around that?
Yeah, no, I think we've showcased in different ways and different opportunities for us in possession and what that looks like for us. We have a clear identity in our half versus their half and kind of what that looks like for us. So I think it's ultimately just addressing what do we think they're going to do, how are they going to press, where are they going to press, and ultimately where do we feel we could be the most threatening and create the most opportunities. So that's always a consideration for us. So obviously a very quality side. They're coached very well, very good group. So I think we just need to go in with the preparations that we have in reference to what we think they will present and how we believe from an in-possession standpoint we can get into their half.
Going back to the Portland game real quick, you got a chance to go. Any takeaways from that match week a little bit? Kind of, a few players missing. So really quick, any takeaway from that?
Yeah, look, I think we created a lot. I thought, again, it's one of those where I was very open that football can be so cruel and you can walk away with no points in a game that you maybe felt you deserved to walk away with some points. But I think we're in a good spot as a group of just identifying, putting ourselves in a position to be up by 2 goals 3 goals, and not be in the position late in a game where a ball's being served in the box and we're having to defend it. Is a conversation that we had. But again, I think we need to go back to where the groups continued to evolve from and continued to push. And I think we are creating a lot of threatening opportunities. If you look at the game, Emma hits the post, the ball that comes across, Ari's kind of early on. Like, we are creating very good opportunities. And that next phase, and it's the most cliche thing, right? But goals change games. And that's the reality of it, continuing to build the confidence and putting goals in the back of the net. But the work that the group is doing to get there and put themselves in good positions, it's not the ball's going over the net. It's not the ball's on goal, it's hitting the post. So it's just building that confidence in that space is really important for us. I think our group's doing a really good job. I think they're very bought in. I think they're working very hard. And so it's always the approach as to why and what discussions we're having.